Cloud Explorer. The Layer Admin app. The Layer Admin app lets us enable GIS data layers visible within Cloud Explorer and integrated Explorer applications. The Layer Admin app is a configuration tool to set up the display of layers. But first, you'll need to create and publish these layers using an appropriate mapping application. By default, the applications are equipped with Treats, Contours, and US Parcels layer. These default layers can also be configured or removed from the layer list within Layer Admin. Currently, we support the following layer types within our applications: Esri REST feature and map servers. If we currently do not support a required layer type, please reach out to EagleView customer support to request it. If you've been granted permission by your admin to view the Layer Admin tool, you will find it by logging into EagleView Apps. Find and select the Layer Admin app icon in the left-hand navigation menu. Confirm that the organization in the top right corner matches the organization for which you would like to configure your layers. Server connections. Before you can view layers within our applications, you'll need to add a server connection. You can click either Server Connection in the left-hand navigation menu or View Connections. Adding a server connection. Click the Add Connection button in the upper right-hand corner. In the resulting pop-up, enter the connection name and server URL. If your layer doesn't need authentication, click Connect. You'll receive confirmation that the connection has been made. If your map or feature service requires authentication, such as a login and password, select the Authenticate Connection checkbox. Once you've entered the login and password for your layer service, click Connect, and your layer will be added to the server connections list. Editing server connections. If you need to change any information for a listed server connection, click the Edit icon to the right of your connection name. Deleting server connections. Click Delete to remove server connections. Enabling layers. Once a server connection has been added, you can enable specific layers within that connection. Layers will not display by default after adding a connection, so we'll first need to enable layers in order to use them in the viewer. There are multiple ways to access the Enable Layers screen. Click Enable Layers in the left navigation menu at any time. Select View Layers while on the Layer Admin dashboard screen. Or, after adding a new connection, click Enable Layers to the right. If you access Enable Layers through the server connection list, that connection will be automatically selected and all available layers displayed. Select the checkboxes for the layers you want displayed in the app and click Save. Your initial setup should now be complete. If you have more than one server connection, select the layer you would like to enable from the drop-down in the upper left. Then, check the Enable box for each layer you would like displayed in the viewer and save. Renaming a layer. You don't have to keep a layer name you don't like. To rename it, simply click on the display name that you want to change, and an editable text field will appear. When you're happy with the new name, click Save to apply your changes. Sorting layers in the Enable Layers screen. You can sort layers in the list by clicking on any of the column names. For example, if you want to sort the layers in reverse alphabetical order, click Display Name. You will see that the layers are now sorted and the arrow next to Display Name has changed direction. Advanced Settings. The advanced settings are used to enable text search for a layer. Enabling text search is not required to view a layer. There are two tabs in Advanced Settings: Text Search and Results Display. Text search will function without results display configured. However, the results display requires text search configuration. Text search configures the criteria with which your users will search. In the Layer Advanced Settings, click the Text Search tab towards the top of the window. Then, click Add Remove Fields. In the resulting pop-up, select the fields with which you plan to search. Then, click the Add Remove button. Finally, be sure to save with the blue Save button in the lower right-hand corner of the window. Now, your users will be able to search with that layer's fields. Results Display configures the fields shown after a search returns multiple results. In the Layer Advanced setting, click the Results Display tab towards the top of the window. Then, click Add Remove Fields. In the resulting pop-up, select the fields that you would like to display in your search. Then, click Add Remove. You can edit the display names of these fields by clicking on the current display name. Once clicked, it will become an editable field. Use the icon in the Reorder column to drag your fields into your preferred order. When you're happy with the display names and the order of the fields, click Save. When finished, click Back to return to the Enable Layers screen. Confirming search configuration changes. Once you've configured your text search and results display choices, confirm that your changes have taken effect. Return to the Cloud Explorer image viewer. Click the magnifying glass in the upper left-hand corner. Then, click the Search Layer Filter icon within the search bar. Search for a value within one of the fields that you have selected. If multiple search results are available, Cloud Explorer will display those options below your search bar. Select the correct option from the list. Reorder and group. Now that you've added layers and configured your text search, you may want to reorder or group the layers that appear in your layer list. Click Reorder and Group in the panel on the left-hand side of the Layer Admin dashboard window. Or click View Groups on the right. Once at the Reorder and Group screen, simply click and drag the icon in the Reorder column to the left of each layer name. For longer lists, use the Additional Options icon to the right to move a layer to the top or bottom of your list instantly. Layer order is saved automatically each time you make a change. You can also group similar layers together. Layers connected in a single group can be turned on or off with a single click. Click Add Group in the upper right-hand corner. A new group will be added to the top of the list with a default name of Group X, X representing the number order. To change the name of the group, click on the current display name. Once clicked, it will become an editable field. You can also click on the Additional Options icons and select Rename Group. To move an existing layer into a new group, click the Additional Options icon, click Add to Group. In the resulting pop-up, select the desired group for your layer. Your layer will be automatically moved into this new group. To remove a layer from an existing group, expand the group with the gray arrow to the left of the group name. Then, Use the reorder icons to drag the layer out of the group and back into the layer list. To delete a group, click the Additional Options icon and select Delete Group. You may first want to move the layers outside of the group, otherwise they will be lost. You cannot delete a layer from the Reorder and Group view. Instead, to remove a layer from the list, return to the Server Connections window and delete the existing connection. Groups, like layers, can be moved by dragging the handle next to their name or by selecting Move to Top or Move to Bottom from the Advanced Options icon and menu. Default layers. By default, Cloud Explorer will include the Streets, Contours, and US Parcels layer. If your organization would prefer to only use proprietary GIS layers, such as parcels, the existing default layers can be disabled. To enable or disable these default layers, click View Default Layers on your Layer Admin dashboard. Select Default Layers from the drop-down in the upper left. Uncheck Enable to disable all, or choose which individual layers you would like to disable. Once disabled, these layers will no longer be visible from within your Cloud Explorer image viewer. Click Save in the lower right-hand corner to apply these changes. For more information about how to use EagleView's Cloud Explorer, please view our other training videos.